How about you, Frances?
I like coloring pictures and acting out Bible things.
Oh, you're going to love the Christmas pageant, Frances. Now, let me see.
Mrs. Armstrong? Mrs. Armstrong?
Ramona?
What I like best is the good feeling I get in Sunday school.
Oh, I think we can all say that, Ramona. Now, it's time for one more. One more thankful thought. Charlie, what do you like best about Sunday school, Charlie?
There aren't any Herdmans here.
Ah.
Did you have to say it right out loud in front of everybody?
Why not, Dad? It's the best thing about Sunday school. There aren't any Herdmans there. Ever.
It's not a very Christian sentiment.
It's a very practical one. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is Leroy the worst one?
They're all the worst, Gladys. Gladys puts worms in your lunchbox inside your sandwich. And clawed it all nice
Oh,
out.
come on, you guys. 6 little kids? They can't be that bad.
My father is wrong. The Herdmans are the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lie and steal and smoke cigars, even the girls, and talk dirty and hit little kids and cuss their teachers and take the name of the Lord in vain. They even blew up Fred Shoemaker's old broken down tool house. Wait a minute. Did it. They said they did. They stole a chemistry set from the hardware store when Ralph was trying to make a bomb.
Call the police, then they can put Ralph in jail.
Alice, nobody's gonna put the Herdmans in jail. Because they're kids. No, because they'd burn down the jail. They live up over an old garage at the bottom of Sproul Hill. They spend most of their time banging the garage door up and down just as fast as they can to try and squash one another. Who took my hat? Where did Gladys get the hat? Give me back my hat! Just try! The Herdmans didn't know where their father was. When Gladys was 2 years old, he hopped aboard a railroad train and disappeared. Nobody blamed him. Now and then you'd see Mrs. Herdman walking the cat around the block on this big long chain. But she works 2 shifts at the shoe factory and isn't home much. Nobody blamed her either. Here comes the welfare lady. Where's the cat? Come on, go get the cat.
Come on, boy, stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop that. Imogene? Ralph? Imogene, I want to talk to your mother.
She's not here.
Then will you have her call me? My number is 726.
The phone doesn't work. We figured they were all headed straight to the devil by way of the state penitentiary.
Now remember, you two, the tryouts for the Christmas pageant are this Sunday.
I don't want to be a shepherd.
Then tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve with my own kids not in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
No.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, she just likes to run things.
What happened?
Helen Armstrong. She got all tangled up in that long telephone cord she has, fell down some stairs, and broke her leg.
Oh.
Just say goodbye and hang up the phone. Oh, and turn down the furnace. Turn it down to 60 degrees and tell George to leave it there. It'll be healthier for him, and call them at the church. Oh, Grace, is that you?
Yes.
Would you call Edna McCarthy and tell her about the bazaar and the potluck?
Don't worry about
And tell
that
George
now.
to use up the ham and the chicken and the rice
Relax,
pudding
Helen.
and the almond guy dung. Okay, I got a load in the dryer. Tell him to put his socks together before he washes them. I spent half my life trying to find odd socks. He's driving me crazy.
I wonder what they will do about all those things she's in charge of.
I'll take over the bazaar, Edna, if you'll do the potluck supper. I don't know what we'll do about the pageant unless...
I just can't, Edna. I've got company all Christmas week. How about Grace?
So glad you called.
How about Grace?
Hello? Oh, Grace.
What?
I have to direct the Christmas pageant.
You have my sympathy.
Is that all?
No, you can also have my bathrobe for a shepherd.
And?
No, that's it, Grace. Sympathy and a bathrobe.
I can't begin to tell you
how important it is to give everyone a chance. I always start with Mary. I tell them we must choose our Mary carefully because Mary would...
I know that, Helen.
And I tell them about Joseph. How Joseph was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I explain that. Oh, then I tell them about the shepherds.
Can we eat?
Why they were out in the fields that way in the middle of the night.
It's going to be a long time. Mom says go ahead.
I thought Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction?
What do you think traction is?
Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. You will leave something for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie?
I'm hungry. Leroy Herdman stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop him?
Of course, Alice Wendelkin's always Mary. They know that. But you must make the rest of them feel important. I always say, there are no small parts, only small actors.
And don't let the angel choir wear...
Helen, there's somebody at my door. I have
to wear lipstick.
to hang up now.
Angels, if you can help it, don't have more than 5.
Helen, the door. I have to go now.
Frankincense, just use it.
I'll talk to you later.
Bath salts, because no one knows what
Bye.
frankincense looks like.
I'll bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors.
I'm getting somebody to shove the baby angels on and make the shepherd shut up.
Yes. She suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Leroy. Sure, kid. Here. They stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
Because it isn't here.
What was it?
2 brownies.
That's right.
That's what it was. Hey, Leroy. You want my dessert tomorrow? You want it the next day? You can have it. I get all the dessert I want in church. We get refreshments all the time. Chocolate cake and cookies, ice cream.
Oh, yeah? Who gives them to you?
The minister. Why? Is he crazy? No. I think he's rich.
they were, thanks to Charlie's big lie. Leroy, Ollie, Gladys, Claude, Imogene, and Ralph. Before church was even over, they cleaned out the collection plates, scribbled on the Bibles, and stuck gum all over the pews.
We'll be starting rehearsals soon for our annual Children's Christmas Pageant. And next week, after Sunday school, we'll decide who will play the main roles. We hope every boy and girl who wants to take part in this year's pageant will be there.
Hey! What is it? What's the pageant? It's a play. Like on TV? What's it about? It's about Jesus. Everything here is.
It's really about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
All right now, boys and girls. Boys and girls, let's settle down now. So we can choose and decide who will play the main parts in our pageant. All right? Of course, you'll all have important parts. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always says, there are no small parts, only small actors.
But she never says what it means.
Don't you know what that means?
I know what it means. It means the short kids have to sit in the front row or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. What it really means is that the littlest baby angel is as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Oh, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. All you baby angels are going to need bed sheets from home, so be sure and tell your mothers. The angel choir will wear the red robes from last year. Remember that? And the shepherds, we have some shepherds' costumes, but I'm sure that all of you are going to be... I need everyone's attention, please. What is it? Children? All right, let's just make room for the Herdmans. All right, boys and girls, sit back down. There will be 4 rehearsals, so it's important for everyone to come to all the rehearsals.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick, Elmer. Mary, Joseph, and the wise men must absolutely come to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer. Now I'm going to divide you into 2 groups, shepherds and angels. Boys, get over here on this side, please. Go ahead, Charlie, Hobie, Elmer, go on, and please line up according to size. And the girls over here on this side. Same thing, line up according to size. Tall ones in the back. Little ones in the front here.
Let's go.
It'll be somewhere in the middle, I guess. Okay, tall ones in the back. Now that we've taken care of the shepherds and the angel choir, let's settle down a minute and think about Mary. She was quiet and gentle and kind. So the sort of girl we want to play Mary needs to be that kind of person.
Hey, I'll be Mary. And Ralph over there, he'll be the Joseph.
Well, I was really asking for volunteers, Imogene. And then we'll all decide who it will be. Imogene here wants to play Mary. Who else wants to play Mary? Just raise your hands. Janet? Roberta, how about you? Alice, don't you want to volunteer this year?
No, I don't want to.
I'll be Mary. Shut up, Gladys. I'm already Mary.
be a wise man. What's a wise man? It's an old guy with a beard. I'll be a wise man. Me too. Claude, you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand. What's left to be? Some angel? What is it?
It's the angel of the Lord who brings the good news to the shepherds.
I'll be that.
Oh, good. We have some volunteers. Hobie, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say I can't be a shepherd. We're going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered. My mother doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be a shepherd. I don't want to be a shepherd either. Gladys Herdman hits too hard. I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Alice, why in the world didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know. Mrs. Bradley, where's my mother? I don't believe that.
I didn't dare volunteer. Imogen would have killed me. She got me in the ladies' room and she said,
I'm going to be Mary in this play. And if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you'll wish you didn't.
I'm always Mary in the Christmas pageant.
Go ahead then. And next spring when the pussy willows come out, I'm going to stick a pussy willow so far down your ear where nobody can reach it. It'll sprout there and grow and grow and grow. And you'll spend the rest of your life with a pussy willow bush growing out of your ear. You know she wouldn't do that.
She would, too. Herdmans will do anything. They'll ruin the pageant, and it's all your mother's fault. She shouldn't have told them no.
What kind of a child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? It's sacrilegious.
If you can't get rid of them, why don't you have them hand out programs at the door?
We better nail down that church and lock up the silverware.
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know. Oh, I feel so responsible. If I weren't laid up in the hospital, this never...
What has happened? That woman! Let me tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I'm on your side.
Ellen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can run a Christmas pageant. I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm going to do it with the Herdmans.
You can't do it tonight. Come on, honey. It's after 11.
I need the shepherds over here, please. Come on, just try not to shove or push each other. And the baby angels, you're fine just where you are. You stay right there. The manger is here, and over here is our inn, everybody, all right? So remember that.
Where did all the shepherds come from anyway? What inn? What's an inn? It's like a motel. Why'd they go there? To pay their taxes. At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Hey, begin at the beginning. What happens first?
This is the Christmas story from the Bible, the book of Luke.
Luke who?
You mean you've never read the Christmas story from the Bible? No. Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is all about. I'm going to read it to you. Sit down. It's a beautiful story. We should all hear it again.
Ollie, don't push.
Okay. And Joseph also went up from Galilee.
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is.
Into Judea, into the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to be taxed with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
What's that? It means pregnant. She was pregnant.
Now, children, now. To be taxed
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
And so it was
she
while
was.
they were there.
It's better
The
to
days
say
were
great with
accomplished that
child.
she should be
I'm
delivered.
not supposed to talk about
And she
people
brought
being
forth
pregnant,
her firstborn
especially
son.
in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them at the inn.
They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, they didn't know he was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was the matter with Joseph that he didn't tell them? Her pregnant and everything.
What's a manger? Like a bed?
Well, no, they didn't have any bed in the barn, so Mary did the best thing she could. What would you do if you had a newborn baby and no bed to put him in?
We put Gladys in the bureau drawer.
Well, there you see, you didn't have a bed for Gladys, and so you...
Oh, we had a bed. Only Ollie was still in it, and he wouldn't get out. He didn't like Gladys. Remember how you didn't like Gladys?
A manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What was wadded up clothes?
What?
You read about it. They wrapped them up in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap their babies tightly with big pieces of material.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare? The child welfare's at our house every 5 minutes.
There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem.
I'll say there wasn't. What's next?
There were shepherds keeping watch by night, and lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them.
Shazam!
What?
Out of the black night with horrible vengeance, the mighty Marvel!
Gladys, I don't know what you're talking about.
The mighty Marvel in Wonder Comics.
No, this is the angel of the Lord who comes to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night, right?
Well, yes, in a way.
Shazam!
Who are my wise men? Raise your hands. Listen to this now. There came wise men from the east bearing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh.
What's frankincense? I don't know.
They were special gifts, precious oils.
Oil? What kind of present is oil? We get better presents in the welfare basket. I get it. The wise men were the welfare.
No, they were sent by King Herod.
Wait a minute. Who's he?
King Herod.
What about him? What did he do?
Well, he sent them to find Jesus so that he could put him to death.
He just got born. They're gonna kill baby.
Who's Herod in this play?
Herod isn't in the play.
You mean he's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play?
Well, no, he's,
Well, somebody better be here.
No, Imogene, we are going to do the pageant the way it is always done.
Let Charlie be here. And he says, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king and all.
But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod.
Take that, Herod. Take that.
I'm not going to be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
Joseph gets the shepherds, and they go wipe out Herod. See, they're going to put Herod in, and it's going to be me, and I'll get killed.
Forget about Herod. There is no Herod.
And I run around with the baby till the fight's over.
Somebody ought to fix the innkeeper. Gladys, you wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel.
Okay, now stop that. Just...
Put that back in the cage. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody, listen to me.
Well, I wouldn't just hang around on the barn with that baby in the middle of winter. I'd go kick somebody out of the motel.
What's the name of this place? She never said. Christmas pageant. That's no name. That's what it is.
I know a name. I'd call it Revenge at Bethlehem.
Baby angels, enter.
Heads up, heads up.
Walk slowly. Make believe you're kings. Stop that, Ollie. Stop fighting. Boys. Imogene. Come here, dear. Use this until we get a real baby.
I thought Eugene Slocum was going to be baby Jesus.
Mrs. Slocum changed her mind.
If I was Mary, Mrs. Slocum wouldn't change her mind.
I'll get us a baby. There's always 2 or 3 babies outside the supermarket. I'll get one of them.
No, Imogene, you can't just go and take somebody's baby. Maybe we'll forget a real baby. Use a doll.
That's better anyway. A doll can't bite you.
Oh, Grace, we're back in the kitchen making applesauce cake. We'll try not to bother you. I guess this is your dress rehearsal.
Oh, yes, well, it's supposed to be.
You know you're all supposed to be in costume.
I don't have any wigs. My mom doesn't have any white sheets. Can I wear a sheet with balloons on it?
Yes. And we have to find some wings for both of you.
Alice, what do you keep writing in that book? No baby because of Imogene. Ralph talks about sexy things. Gladys drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care what it is. She drinks it.
And you wrote all this down? What for?
For my mother and Reverend Hopkins and the Ladies' Aid, and anybody else who wants to know what happened when the whole Christmas pageant turns out to be a mess.
Imogene, you know, Mary would never wear earrings.
But I got my ears pierced. And if I don't keep something in them, they'll grow together.
Well, they won't grow together in an hour and a half. Who pierced your ears?
Gladys.
She probably did it with a corkscrew. I'll bet Imogene's ears turn black and fall off.
I haven't got a costume. I've never been a shepherd before.
You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do.
He hasn't got a bathrobe.
What does he hang around the house in?
His underwear.
Come on, walk slowly, quietly, beautiful. Wonderful.
I've got the baby here. Don't touch him. I named him Jesus.
Imogene, no. Mary doesn't say anything. Stop that. Mary and Joseph say nothing. They just sit here and make a lovely picture for everyone to look at and think about Christmas and what it meant. Go put the doll back into the manger.
Didn't even get a name on baby. I would have named him Bill.
What'd the angel do? Just walk up and say, name of Jesus?
Yes.
I know what the angel said. She said his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
He'd never get out of first grade if he had to write all that down.
Come on in. Come on. Let's keep moving. No, just a minute. You have to stay closer together.
I've been on the telephone all day. People think they set fire to the ladies' room. People think they set fire to the kitchen. Vera Wendelken says all they do is talk about sex and underwear. I don't know. Jesus said, suffer little children to come unto me, but I'm not sure he meant the herdmans. It might just be better all around to cancel the pageant.
I'll bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire.
There wasn't any fire. The committee let its applesauce cake burn up.
It would be a perfect excuse.
I'll bet that was Edna McCarthy's idea. Well, I didn't ask to run the pageant, but I got stuck with it. And I certainly didn't handpick the herdmans, but nobody else raised their hands. And I don't think we should cancel it. I think it's going to be the best Christmas pageant ever.
But Grace, I don't think anyone will come to see it.
Can't eat your heel, Gladys. Let him alone. Let go of his tail.
Imogene! Somebody!
He ate my halo. Get out of the bathroom. Hurry up, Fly. More spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Merry Christmas!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You know, it always looks like this. Big and bare when it's empty.
I know.
Well, it's not going to be empty. Look at me. I came.
It's not going to be full either. Did you bring the plant?
Yeah, I brought it, but, I don't know what you're going to do with it.
I was sort of hoping it would look like a palm tree. I can see now it doesn't. Where are the kids?
All the kids in the world are in the basement putting on bed sheets.
I mean our kids. You'd better get your costumes on. It's getting late.
Oh, Mom, do we have to? It's just going to be awful, you know. We were already down there and saw them, Mary and Joseph. They look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were. They were refugees. They were a long way from home, didn't have any place to stay, didn't know anybody. They were probably cold, hungry, and tired, and messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they're sure messy.
I have no idea what's going to happen here tonight. It may very well be the first Christmas pageant in history where Joseph and the wise men wind up in a fight and Mary runs off with the baby. Okay, don't run around. Shirley, go over there and find Mrs. Wilson and she'll put your wings on for you, okay?
Okay.
Let me have a look at you. That feel tight?
What time is it, Mrs. Bradley? Is it time? Are people coming yet?
I don't know.
Here's a present for you, kid. Merry Christmas. Oh boy, frankincense. Dum, dum, dum.
Come on, Alice. You look all right. It isn't as if you were Mary or something.
Well, if I was Mary, I'd have my veil straight, my costume clean, and we'd have Eugene Slocum to be Jesus.
All right, everybody. Come on, girls. Come on, it's time to go. All right, go ahead and go quietly. It's not a race. Go, go, go. And you follow them. As soon as they're gone, you start going. Go ahead. And you shepherds, I want you to go up this way. Mr. Bradley's going to help you. And the wise men. Where's Leroy? Leroy! Where's Leroy? Where is he?
I don't know. He's somewhere.
See, I told you. Now we'll have to sing We Two Kings of Orient.
Good evening, Mrs. Clausing.
I hope so.
Good evening, Mrs.
Herdman. All right. Come on, Gladys. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's have a look at you.
I ought to say more than just the baby came. I'm going to say it's Jesus and where he is.
No, no, Gladys, you say, unto you a child is born, and that's all you tell them.
You tell them unto me. I'm the one who had the baby.
Unto everybody. That's what it means, unto all of us. Go, 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 go. Imogene, try to remember that this is a baby, and for tonight anyway, it's the baby Jesus.
Imogene, my mother says. My mother says to come upstairs.
And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in the manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
Jesus, as if he had colic. Shh.
And they were in the same country, shepherds abiding in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks by night.